At the end of the 20s, CITROEN is riding high. Its name is prestigious, and basking in the success of its two recent expeditions, it throws itself into a new project, linking Beirut to Peking via the legendary Silk Road and back again. After long months of preparations and negotiations, a refusal by the Soviets imposes a change of itinerary. Hart, expedition chief once again, makes a daring decision. The Yellow Cruise will access China via the Himalayas. To increase their chance of success, there'll be two groups. The China group, which will leave from Peking, and the Pamir group, which will leave from Beirut. The teams will meet halfway. 7 vehicles are programmed for each group, but those in the Pamir group will be lightened in anticipation of their crossing of the roof of the world. The China group is led by young captain of the fleet, Victor Point. The Pamir group is headed by Hart, assisted, as expected, by Audouin Dubreuil. Apart from the indispensable mechanics, the team includes scientists, artists and filmmakers. Each group is in communication with the other via radio and especially adapted vehicles. 4th of April 1931, the Pamir group leaves Beirut. The China group sets out on the 6th. After having crossed the Great Wall and Mongolia, the China group negotiates the Gobi Desert under the worst conditions. Before long, they find themselves in China, which is in a state of chaos, at the mercy of warlords and bandits. On the 19th of July, they're taken prisoner in Umrushi by the dictator King. They manage to communicate their position via radio to the other group. The Pamir group has by this time managed to cross Iraq without too many difficulties. They're welcomed in Baghdad by King Faisal. Then in Iran, where the young heir apparent, who would become the last Shah, was delighted to test drive one of the CITROEN caterpillars. In Afghanistan, the expedition pauses along the way to examine the famous giant standing Buddhas of Bamyan, which would be destroyed by the Taliban years later. The artist Yakovlev manages to reproduce 1,000-year-old paintings from the site. The most difficult trial for this team will clearly be the crossing of the Himalayas. For both men and machines, an attempt to cross mountain passes at over 4,000 meters above sea level is a feat of consummate daring. They will have to brave narrow mountain trails, cross ramshackle bridges and dangerous fjords. Occasionally, a road will have to be blown open with dynamite. Frequently, cars must be dismantled and carried in pieces over obstacles, but always cheerfully. The determination and courage of the team is astounding. At times, fate seems certain to knock them down, but the skill and cool heads of these extraordinary men keep them on their feet in what appears to be hopeless situations. Surely nothing can stop them. Up above, the mountain passes groan under 6 meters of snow and ice. But they get through and carry on. On the 8th of October, the Pamir group finally meets up with the China group, freed in exchange for 3 CITROEN caterpillars exacted by Marshal King. Then there's the Gobi Desert to cross, and winter. Hart recorded a moving message to his chief. "We continue under your insignia, my dear CITROEN, but you are far, and these images travel so slowly. À bientôt, mon cher Citroën. The pitfalls of winter are a new trial with moments of extreme danger. In addition, civil war has created a chaotic situation which complicates everything. Disruption and disturbances are a daily occurrence. 12th of February 1932. After 10 harrowing months, Peking at last. At the legation, French authorities welcomed the teams with all the pomp and ceremony befitting national heroes. This is yet another triumph for Citroën. A month later, an exhausted Georges-Marie Hart succumbs to pneumonia in Hong Kong. This charismatic individual, with the elegance of a dandy and the courage of a true explorer, has led 3 important Citroën expeditions. Thanks to him and his intrepid companions, the Yellow Cruise becomes the stuff of legends.